July. I honestly don't know how to describe this month. It was overwhelming, it was exhausting, and at times it felt like we were fighting a battle that just wouldn't end. So many things happened this month, so many emergency vet visits, so many medications, so many sleepless nights, so many veterinary bills piling up, and sadly, so many lives were lost. We tried everything we could. We fought for them. We stayed awake for them. We brought them to the vet. We gave medications. We cleaned. We isolated. We monitored. We prayed. But sometimes, even after giving everything we have, we still have to say goodbye. And that is the hardest part of animal rescue. If you've been following our rescue journey, you know that we care for more than 120 rescued cats, including kittens, seniors, sick cats, disabled cats, and special needs cats. We also feed more than 120 community cats every day. So when an outbreak happens, it isn't just one cat we're worried about, it's an entire rescue community. And in July, we were hit with FHV, Feline Herpesvirus. We thought we could contain it, we did everything we could, but then another week came. And suddenly we were dealing with FPV and FCV, Feline Panleukopenia virus and Feline Calicivirus, one outbreak after another, and honestly we were terrified. I don't think people realize what an outbreak does to a rescuer mentally. You become paranoid. Every sneeze, you notice it. Every cough, you worry. Every cat that vomits, your heart starts racing. Every cat that doesn't eat, you start thinking, is this it? Is another cat getting sick? You start watching every little movement, every litter box, every bowl of food, every change in behavior. Because you've already watched cats get sick, and you've already watched some of them leave you. So even the smallest symptom can make you panic. We were constantly cleaning, constantly monitoring, constantly giving medications, constantly worrying about who might be next. And while all of this was happening, the veterinary bills kept growing. By the end of July, we weren't just financially exhausted, we were physically exhausted, emotionally exhausted, mentally exhausted, and financially, we were struggling to keep up with the growing veterinary debt. There were days when we were running on very little sleep, but the cats still needed to be fed. The litter boxes still needed to be cleaned, medication still had to be given, sick cats still needed monitoring, and the next emergency that could happen at any moment. That's the reality of caring for so many rescued cats. You don't really get to say, I'm too tired today, because they still need you. And somewhere in the middle of all this chaos, another tiny life came into our care. His name is Copper. Copper was a victim of a hit-and-run accident. He was just a normal kitten. He should have been running, playing, jumping, doing all the silly things kittens do. But after the accident, everything changed. Copper has no fractures. But the trauma caused severe neurological damage that left his hind legs paralyzed. He cannot use his back legs, and he cannot pee or poop on his own. So now, I have to help him. Every day, I have to help him urinate, I have to help him defecate, I have to keep him clean, I have to make sure he eats, I have to make sure he stays comfortable, and I have to watch him closely for any changes. Sometimes I look at Copper, and I think about how quickly a normal kitten's life can change. One moment, you're running around, and the next, you can't even use your back legs. But despite everything that happened to him, Copper still wants to live. He still wants attention. He still purrs. He still looks at us with those little eyes, as if he's saying, I'm still here, and that's why we keep fighting. But this July wasn't only about the cats we rescued. It was also about the cats we couldn't save. Some of them fought so hard. Some of them were in our arms. Some of them were surrounded by people who loved them. And despite everything we did, they still didn't make it. There are losses that stay with you. You continue feeding the other cats. You continue cleaning. You continue giving medications. You continue rescuing. But a part of your heart is still grieving, and then you look around and realize there are still more cats depending on you. So you wipe your tears, take a deep breath, and keep going, because they are still waiting for you. Sometimes people ask why we continue, especially when rescue can be so painful, especially when the bills keep coming, especially when you lose the ones you desperately wanted to save. The answer is simple: because they deserve a chance. They didn't choose to be abandoned. They didn't choose to get sick. They didn't choose to be hit by a car. They didn't choose to be born on the streets, and they shouldn't have to suffer simply because nobody wanted them. So even when we're tired, we continue. Even when we're scared, we continue. Even when we're grieving, we continue. Because somewhere out there, there's always another cat who needs someone to care. And this is where we want to be honest with you. We need help. The veterinary bills from July have been overwhelming. Food needs to be purchased, medicines need to be replaced, litter needs to be bought, and our rescued cats need care every single day. If you are able to support our rescue financially, even a small donation can help us continue providing food, veterinary care, medicine, and other necessities for these cats. Our donation channels are available in the description and pinned comment. And if you cannot donate, please don't feel bad. There are so many other ways you can help us. You can share our videos, you can share our rescue posts, you can leave a comment, you can subscribe, and most importantly, you can help people discover our story. Sometimes one share reaches the person who can make a huge difference. Before we end this July rescue update, we have one small favor to ask. We're working toward 4,000 YouTube watch hours, so our channel can become eligible for monetization. For our rescue, this isn't simply about becoming a monetized YouTube channel. It's about creating another way to help sustain the cats we care for. If our channel becomes monetized, YouTube revenue can potentially help us with things like cat food, veterinary care, medicines, litter, rescue supplies, and other daily needs. And the amazing thing is, you can help us completely for free. If you have the time, please watch our videos until the end. Subscribe to our channel, like this video, leave a comment, share it with another cat lover, and turn on the notification bell. Even if you can't donate financially, your time can still help our rescue. Every minute watched brings us closer to our goal. Every comment helps create engagement. Every share helps our story reach more people. And every new subscriber gives our rescue another chance to be discovered.
July took so much from us. It took our energy, it took our savings, it took our sleep, and most painfully, it took some of the lives we were desperately trying to save. But July also reminded us why we started, because even after all the heartbreak, there are still cats here, still purring, still eating, still healing, still waiting for their second chance, and Copper is still here, fighting, trying, living, and as long as they are still fighting, we will fight with them. To everyone who donated, to everyone who shared our post, to everyone who prayed, to everyone who watched our videos, to everyone who left a kind comment, thank you. You may not realize how much your support means to us. When we're exhausted and wondering how we're going to get through another day, knowing that people around the world care about these cats gives us the strength to continue. July was incredibly hard, but we made it through, and now we're taking one day at a time, one cat at a time, one rescue at a time. Thank you for being here. Please keep Copper and all of our rescued cats in your prayers. And if you want to continue following our rescue journey, subscribe and come back for our next update, because this journey isn't over. There are still lives to save, there are still cats waiting for a chance, and together we can give them that chance. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next rescue vlog.